get a good look of these eyebrows because I'm about to get them microbladed. So I'm taking you guys along with me so that way you guys can see the process, the before, the actual process, and then the healing stage of what it's like to get your eyebrows microbladed. Now I do know a little bit about microblading. I do have some questions for Tara once I get there, but I am on her website right now just making sure that I have done all of the eyebrow pre-care stuff. For example, it says not to wear makeup before your appointment, also not to pluck your eyebrows. I haven't plucked my eyebrows just because I want her to see the true shape of what my eyebrows look like. Somebody was at the door, but I'm back. I'm personally getting my eyebrows done just because I spend a lot of time doing my eyebrows when I'm getting ready. So this will save me so much more time. They're already gonna be done. I'm looking forward to it. So I'm about to head out right now and show you guys what it's like to get your eyebrows microbladed. So I'm here with Tara.
Hello.
She is the owner of Rebel Permanent Makeup and Microblading here at Accent Aesthetics. She's gonna be microblading my brows today. Right now we have the numbing cream on, and next we're gonna be doing a consult, right? Just to figure out
shape, color, symmetry, make sure everything's perfect. Drawn on with pencil first, and then we start tattooing.
So tonight afterwards, when can I wash my face?
Right away.
I can wash my face right away?
I say blot every hour before you go to bed with clean hands and a dry paper towel. Just blot the excess fluid to prevent the lymph fluid from building up and scabbing. We don't want that. Then before bed, you're going to wash with your fingertips, just really gentle soap. Apply the ointment, just a really thin layer. It's like the size of a grain of rice for both brows. Really thin layer. Less is more. And then you'll do that again tomorrow, repeat, and yeah, that'll be good.
Tomorrow, can I wear makeup?
You can wear like mascara, eyeliner, that kind of stuff, but I would watch out for face makeup, eyeshadow with 30 brushes. Those kinds of things are not recommended because you want to just keep that whole area clean. So forehead makeup, you know, that kind of stuff, face makeup, I would just lay off. If you want to do like lower half of your face, that's cool, but avoid the brow area.
Gotcha. For how long?
About a week.
A week? Okay.
Yeah, just while it's fresh.
So what is the difference between like microblading, a powder, and combination?
Microblading is done with a manual tool, a microblade that you run across the skin to make like individual hair strokes, and it ends up looking like mimics real hair. A powder brow is just like the name. It's meant to just look like a soft powder, but it doesn't come off. And then combination would be a combination of those two things. And there's also ombre brows, which is basically powder brows. It just means it's light here in the fronts, and then it fades to darker on the ends. So the fronts of the brow should always be nice and light and fluffy, and then they get a little bit more crisp towards the ends and darker.
Gotcha. So what is the process like? Does it hurt, or what should I expect?
So as you have numbing cream on now, that's going to take the edge off. It's not very painful. I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, it's like a 1 or a 2. Most people think it's going to be like 5, 6, 7, but it's actually not painful at all. And then I use another numbing cream once we've already started. So you have the initial one, and then once the skin has been broken, we use a secondary one.
And how long does it last? How long does permanent makeup last?
That is also another great question, which I get all the time. It depends on a lot of factors. I always say the short answer is forever, because it's a tattoo, and tattoos last forever, so it will still be there. However, permanent makeup pigments are designed, they're a little bit different than body art ink, which are designed to fade quicker. Something like this in your arm is designed to stay. One and done, we want it to stay. These molecules are a bit smaller, and they fade quicker due to sun exposure, lightening creams on your face, lightening creams such as glycolic acids, retinols, those kind of things. Whether or not you wear SPF is a big factor. Your own body's metabolism can break those pigments down faster. But that can be desirable as time goes on. You may want to change the shape. So it's helpful to, you know, have it lighten, because then you have options later down the road.
And what is the healing process like?
Healing process isn't too bad. Most people think they have to take off work or, you know, hide from the world while they're healing. It's not necessarily true. It will be a bit darker today, tomorrow, and probably a little bit on the third day until it starts to flake off. We don't want to, you know, scab, but a nice flake to come off. So once that flake comes off, it's going to be about 40% lighter. So what you can expect on days like approximately 1 through 4 is it's going to look dark and crisp, and I call them gangsta brows. And then what happens, you kind of start to get used to it, and then they start to flake off because the body's going to heal, just like all tattoos heal. And then it's much lighter underneath. So then you're kind of like, oh, where'd they go? You know, so there's these range of emotions that come along with it, which is just part of the natural healing process. You just have to get through roughly a week to 10 days of awkward healing so that you have years of good brows. It's just part of it.
This might go into what I think you just touched on it, but what will I look like after?
Bold at first, a little bit dark. You might be a teeny bit swollen, and when I say that, people think their forehead's gonna be sticking out. No, the brows themselves might be ever so slightly a little bigger, therefore thicker looking, but they will shrink, they will heal, they will lighten, they will soften over time. The more time that goes on, the softer they're gonna look and the lighter they're gonna look. So the first week, you know, they're a little crisp and bold, but they'll get there.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to be doing actually a combination brow on you, right? So we're going to be doing microbladed hair strokes in the front of the brow and then a bit of shading throughout the rest of it. So you get the best of both worlds. As far as color, I have a chart here that we're going to take a look at. As girls, we change our hair color so much. We don't really go by that. It's more based off of your skin tone and your brow hair color. So you're, you know, a bit on like the darker range. It's always going to heal one lighter. So let's say if I were to do a number 5, like on here, it would be healed like a 4. So sometimes I'll just put a drop of each to give you like the perfect color.
Okay.
All right, so we'll mix that up. So we're gonna do this drawing laying down, and then I'll sit you up. Here is the same as here. So this part is equidistant. Also, it should always be 70%, 30%. You never want to put the arch right in the middle. It's not where it goes. Then the tail, which you know will be down here. Just checking the distance. Turn a little. It's the same. So all we're doing so far is just showing you that everything is the same.
Okay.
Now I'll go ahead and draw in the shape of it.
Okay.
So. Tell me if it's kind of what you're thinking now. The reasons that in here is square like that, it doesn't mean it's going to be square. This is where the strokes are going. And here, and here, and here. And then the tails are going to be crisp.
Okay.
This is your microblade here. It looks like this. A bunch of little, I don't know if you can see closer, needles in a row that go across the skin to make a little hair-like stroke. Then we fill that with pigment. Don't be alarmed. It makes a funny sound. It's okay. It means you're hitting the proper depth. So if it makes like a Velcro-y sound, don't freak out. That was one.
Oh, that's it?
Yep. That's what most people say.
Yeah, you can't feel it at all. said this seals it?
Closes up the pores. Yeah, it just helps seal it in a bit.
What is it exactly?
It's actually called Tattoo Seal. It's by After Ink. It's cool. Yeah, like minimal redness. You're not too red.
That's good. I'm scared I was gonna be super red.
No. I'm gonna let this soak in for a minute, dry, get an after picture.
So this is the after. This is what my brows look like. So they're not red or anything like that, but they still need to heal. So I'm gonna take you guys day by day to show you guys what they look like as they heal. And they should be healed, what, in 7 to 10 days, right?
Yep.
Okay. So it's been about 2 hours since I've gotten my eyebrows done, and I'm low-key freaking out. Well, actually, I'm not freaking out. Bernard's freaking me out.
It's like shoe polish on your face.
Because again, he thinks it's way too dark. So it's day 2. It's been at least 24 hours since I got my brows done. And this is what they look like. They honestly look scary as f. Today, it just makes me think, like, did I say the wrong thing? Did I, like, show her the wrong picture as far as, like, what I wanted? Because, like, they're so bold. But she did say that they're going to be much darker day 2, 3, and 4. And on the paper, there's, like, this emotion of brows. Like, day 1, you're like, yay, I love my brows. Day 2, you're like, I don't know about this. It's too dark. And then eventually you'll like them. But yes, they are very, very intense. So I'm praying that this goes down, because it's too much. Like, I don't even want to go out today. Like, even walking the dog, I had on a hat, I had on sunglasses, because I just, like, because I'm so pale and my hair is so dark, my brows are dark, it's just very obvious. So hoping this goes down. Let us pray. But I will check back in tomorrow. It's been 3 days since I've gotten my eyebrows microbladed, and as you can tell, they are still kind of dark. I feel like they're not as intense as yesterday. I feel like maybe yesterday they were a little bit more swollen, or maybe I'm just getting used to it. I don't know. I do still hope they lighten up a little bit. They are starting to light up in certain areas, and this one is getting kind of itchy. But yeah, I still pray that they get lighter. So I will keep you guys posted on what they look like. So we are on day 5. It's been 5 days since I got my eyebrows microbladed, and today they are super itchy. They don't look like they're scabbing, but I do notice when I look really close that the texture is different. So I do hope they start peeling soon and get lighter. I do have a photo shoot on Saturday this week, so I hope they are healed and look lighter by then. I didn't record yesterday because they looked exactly the same from the day before. And yeah, they're super itchy. I keep feeling like I've accidentally scratched them. That's how they feel at this point, but I haven't touched them. This one still looks a little bit darker than this one. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. It is Tuesday, October 13th. I'm checking in to show you guys my brows. I just want to go in the light so that way you guys can see what they look like. They are starting to peel. You can see how it's definitely lighter in certain areas. This one's peeling more. They have been kind of itchy, but they are looking much lighter and better, feeling better about it. So I'm really excited to see what they end up looking like. So it's Thursday. It's been exactly 1 week since I got my eyebrows microbladed, and they are definitely starting to patch up more, and they still feel super itchy, but I'm glad to see that they are healing the way that they should, and every day they've just been getting lighter and lighter. So if you are getting your eyebrows microbladed and you notice that the first like 24 hours they look dark, just don't freak out. They do get lighter and lighter each day. I'm sure you guys can see from this part of the video. You can see what my eyebrows look like. They are getting pretty patchy. Today is the first day like I really found myself like accidentally touching my eyebrows because they do itch a little bit. This is the most they've ever itched. This is the patchiest I feel like they've looked so far, which isn't the biggest deal. It just looks like I filled them in and now they're starting to wear off like the end of the day. I feel like as the week has gone on, I've just gotten more and more happy with them. So I can't wait to see the final end result. So today is October 19th. They are no longer flaky. They're no longer patchy looking due to the flakiness. And I would say for the most part, they are healed. They are still a little bit sensitive. I purposely didn't wear makeup today so that way you guys can see exactly what my eyebrows look like now that they are for the most part healed. So they are not bold even while I'm not wearing makeup. It's kind of like a no makeup look. And I really like that because before I didn't like how my eyebrows look, especially in the front areas. That's just always been a thing of mine personally. I just don't like how bare they were in the beginning. I kind of felt like it made me look childish, but that's just me. I'm happy with how they turned out though. Here is a close-up. I did want to make this video as thorough as possible, but if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. If anything, I can always ask Tara, and I'm going to leave all of Tara's information in the description box so that way if you guys are in the South Jersey area, you guys can check her out. I do plan on doing either a 6-month or 1-year update, so be sure to subscribe right here so that way you don't miss it. Please give this video a thumbs up if you guys found it helpful, and check out more helpful videos right here.